Welcome back to my Oklahoma City Cyclones Access Football 2023 franchise mode. Today we're going to be doing something a little different than how I usually start the videos. First thing I'm going to do is go into player contracts here and show you guys a little bit of what we're paying people. And the first one I want to show you is the defensive line. We have Jimmy Campbell here, who's 25, getting $10.4 million a year, and Kevin Rodriguez is 28, making $14.2. And then here at defensive back, we have Giovanni Reynolds, who is 31 years old, making $9.2 million. What I'm going to do is trade some of these guys that would probably fit better in win now teams, and we're going to try to get some cap space back. Alright, and I made one trade. I wish I could show you guys, but apparently I forgot whenever you make trades, it just automatically kicks them off the team. But I traded the old defensive lineman we had that was pretty expensive, and the older defensive back that was getting kind of expensive. He was at like $9 million a year, I think. But I did get us a star receiver, Noel Cox, who was an A overall with A speed, A catching, and A plus awareness. And there's also some pretty solid linemen here in free agency. You have Moises Turner, who is 30 years old. I want to see if we can get a little bit younger. What about Raekwon Borges? How much money is he wanting? $11 million for 3 years? We'll offer that, and we get him. So now we kind of solidify our offensive line a little bit. We're also going to offer this contract to Brandon Barnett here, and we do not land him. Okay, I was kind of expecting we would. We're also going to offer this contract to Moises Turner. I doubt he takes it. I'm only offering a 1-year contract, and yeah, he decided to sign with Baltimore. So we only got the one offensive lineman, but he will start at left tackle. He is easily our best lineman. So let's hope we can turn this 2-2 season around. I was kind of expecting to be a little bit better this year, but now that we have a receiver and a new lineman for our quarterback, hopefully we can start to put up a little better numbers. But now that we've done all that, let's simulate week 5 against the Pittsburgh Ironhawks. And we do all that improvement on offense. We get a new lineman, we get a new receiver, just to lose 7-6. Are you kidding me? What did our quarterback do? 25 of 40 for 228, 0 touchdowns and a pick. Our running back only averaged 3.2 yards a carry, and their quarterback 21 for 38, 159, 1 touchdown and a pick. Let's go ahead and do some scouting. First, we have linebacker Abel Burke, who will drop down to a C+. What about Frank Jenkins? He drops down from a B+ to a C. What about defensive lineman Hunter Gonzalez? He goes to a C+. Over in the Central Division, what about defensive back Josiah Dunn? He drops down to a C+. What about linebacker Lucas Rivera? Also drops to a C+. And defensive back Marvin Gardner actually remains a B, and now we have him fully scouted. Now in the Southeast, let's start with Moises Terry, who drops down to a C+. Another running back. Let's go Emmanuel Francis. He drops down to a C. There's one more running back up here. Let's go Simon Turner. He goes down to a C+. Now in the Northeast, what about this running back? He's a high C+ apparently. He drops to a C. All right, cool. We'll just stop scouting these running backs. Linebacker Spencer Chavez goes to a B. What if we just finish scouting him? Drops down to a C+. And we're going to spend a little bit of money here. We're going to upgrade the luxury boxes and fix those. Also, we're going to upgrade the vendor areas. And now our fans should be completely happy because our stadium is now like top of the line. We're also going to drop $10 million to fix our practice fields because right now they are just okay. I don't know how good of an idea it is to spend all this money, but I'm going to attempt this. Alright, I've now spent a ton of money before this game. Can we win week 6 against the Carolina Rattlers? We barely pull off a win, but I will take the win. We win 28-27. Guerrero goes 23 for 38, 161 yards, and 4 touchdowns. We cannot run the ball for whatever reason. Noel Cox did catch a touchdown. Owens caught 7 passes and a touchdown. Their quarterback goes 20 for 32, 160 yards, 1 touchdown, and a pick. And I doubt they will take this. If they don't take this, I'm just going to move on. But I've offered a first-round pick this year and a second-round pick next year to the Las Vegas Outlaws, I think is what they're called, for their running back who is an A+ overall. And yeah, he is not going to take that. And now I'm attempting to trade for Baltimore's backup running back. He is an A overall, so I've offered Bates and a second-round pick next year, and they're not going to take that. So I'm going to try to sign another lineman. I am offering Esteban Goodman a 3-year contract with $15 million at 31 years old. It's kind of a risky call, but let's see, he will accept a contract. And I've decided to put Goodman over at right tackle, so now we have 2 A+ linemen, a B+. The lowest we have is a C+, Jeffrey Townsend. And like I said, I don't know if spending all this money is a great idea, but I'm at least trying to win right now, and our Week 7 game is against the Philadelphia Express. And we win that game 35-18. Our quarterback once again threw 4 touchdowns. Our running back ran for 3.6 yards a carry. And Noel Cox, 9 for 68 and 2 scores. West also caught 2 touchdowns. Their quarterback goes 24 for 36, 171, 1 touchdown, and a pick. And we will just jump right into week 8, which is against the Kansas City Wranglers. And that is now 3 wins in a row. We win 34-26. Our quarterback threw 5 touchdowns today, 28 for 42, 192, and 5 touchdowns. Running back really couldn't do a whole lot. And looks like our new receiver caught 5 passes for 39 yards and a touchdown, but Owens caught 2 of them. And we held their quarterback to 25 of 37 for 178 yards, 1 touchdown, and a pick. And we do have some more scouting to get to, so let's start here in the West with Colin Marshall. He drops from a B to a C+. What about Keaton Cobb? He goes down to a C as well. So are anyone going to be a B+ from this region? Well, at least Peter Fitzgerald is a B receiver. What about Dakota Pratt? We have no more points to use. Don't know why I tried that. All right, what about over here in the Central? What about Emmanuel Benson? He drops down to a C. Let's go ahead and scout some of these C guys. Actually, we'll scout the C+. Colby Jackson drops down to a C. Okay. What about linebacker Ricky Hughes? He also falls down to a C. In the Southeast, it doesn't look like we've scouted anyone too great, and we won't start great here. He drops to a C. What about Theodore Andrews? Also drops down to a C. And Marshall Manning also drops down to a C. That's cool. We were 3 for 3 there. Now over in the Northeast, what about wide receiver Curtis Rice? He drops down to a C. Let's scroll all the way back up here. Let's go back down here. Let's scout Dalton Yates. He is also a C. All right, I really just need to stop scouting running backs, apparently. There are just no good ones, apparently, here. What about linebacker Warren Chandler? Currently a C+, and remains a C+. And now in week 9, we get to take on the defending Axis Bowl champions. They have won the last 2 Axis Bowls, so let's see if we can get a win. And we finally snap our winning streak. We fall 34-26. Our quarterback goes 28 for 39 for 223 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Their quarterback throws 3 touchdowns, and their running back ran for 200 yards. Alright, and before we get into week 10 here against Cleveland, I do want to show you guys that I did go back to the normal practice intensity. Morale is getting pretty low. It's down to a 41, so I'm hoping putting that back to normal will get the team morale back up. But now let's go ahead and simulate week 10 against the Cleveland Coyotes. And we dropped this game 37-19. What happened here? Our quarterback goes 31 for 43, 211 yards, 1 touchdown, and a pick. Our running back did run for 149 yards though, but we allowed their quarterback to throw for 3 touchdowns. Alright, let's see if we can pick up the win here in week 11 against the Dallas Stampede. Alright, we don't lose 3 games in a row. Obviously a good thing here. Our quarterback this time goes 30 for 43, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Their quarterback 26 for 39, 202, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And our running back ran for 49 yards as theirs ran for 125. And now we have some more scouting to do. So let's start with defensive lineman Dakota Pratt. He drops down to a C. Let's see who we want to scout next. Let's go wide receiver John Black, who drops down to a C as well. And then what about defensive lineman Hunter Gonzalez? He also drops down to a C. Now in the Central, what about defensive back Darren Blair? He goes to a C+. If we finish scouting him, he drops a little farther down but remains a C+. And then we will also scout defensive back Brian Owens, who will remain a C+. Now to the Southeast, where it still looks like we have not really found anybody worth drafting. How about defensive lineman Adam Cox? He drops down to a C+. Go back to the top, linebacker Renee Gilbert. He drops down to a C+. So unless one of these guys improves, let's go ahead and scout defensive lineman Andy Carson. He will drop down to a C. There may not be anything in the Southeast Division here. In the Northeast, what about wide receiver Raul Gray? He drops down to a C. What about linebacker Carl Wilkerson? He stays a C, and nope, don't want to scout any running backs from this division. They've all been horrible. What about Clay Aguilar? He also remains a C. And this will be the last game that I simulate here in this video. It is week 12 against the Louisiana Gators, and it is a pretty big game on our schedule because we are 6-5 and they are 7-4, leading the division. So let's simulate this game and see if we can get our division lead back. And we absolutely dominate them, 43-3. What happened? Guerrero goes 27 for 40, 281, 1 touchdown and a pick. And the running back Guerrero goes 20 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. But Bates, 5 carries, 68 yards and 2 scores. And it looks like our new receiver that we got in this video, Cox, caught 12 passes for 174 yards and a touchdown. We held their quarterback to 22 of 39 for 155, no touchdowns and a pick. And now that we're 3/4 of the way through the season, I will go ahead and go over the team stats so far. Mitchell Guerrero, our star quarterback, 2,600 yards, 23 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Running the ball, Richard Guerrero has 225 attempts, 710 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And receiving, Brent West, 87 catches, 640 yards, and 6 touchdowns. But Cox down here has 82 catches for 725 and 6 touchdowns. Leading the team in tackles is linebacker Keaton Weber. In sacks, it is also Weber, and interceptions goes to Randy Holland. And as of right now, we have the 14th total best offense, the 5th passing offense, but the 25th rushing offense. And on defense, we have the 17th overall defense. So we're about league average there. In the next video, we will go ahead and simulate the rest of the season and the playoffs and figure out exactly who is going to win this year's Axis Bowl. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys next time.